Hi, I'm Becky Dietz. Welcome to Coffee with Becky. This morning I want to talk about Joseph, and his story really starts in Genesis 37. Let me read some of it. This is the account of Jacob and his family. When Joseph was 17 years old, he often tended his father's flocks. He worked for his half-brothers, the sons of his father's wife Bilhah and Zilpah. But Joseph reported to his father some of the bad things his brothers were doing. Jacob loved Joseph more than any of his other children because Joseph had been born to him in his old age. So one day, Jacob had a special gift made for Joseph, a beautiful robe. But his brothers hated Joseph because their father loved him more than the rest of them. They couldn't say a kind word to him. One night, Joseph had a dream. And when he told his brothers about it, they hated him more than ever. "Listen to this dream," he said. "We were out in the field tying up bundles of grain. Suddenly my bundle stood up and your bundles all gathered around and bowed low before mine." His brothers responded, "So you think you will be our king, do you? Do you actually think you will reign over us?" And they hated him all the more because of his dreams and the way he talked about them. Soon Joseph had another dream, and he told his brothers about it. "Listen, I have had another dream," he said. "The sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed low before me." This time he told the dream to his father as well as to his brothers. But his father scolded him. "What kind of dream is that?" he asked. "Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow to the ground before you?" But while his brothers were jealous of Joseph, his father wondered what the dreams meant. You know, in the past when I've read this, I've always thought Joseph was probably just immature. And because he was the favored child, he had no problem saying what was going on in his heart or his mind. And there's so many aspects of this that we could talk about showing favoritism to children. And that's never a good idea because it only creates jealousy among all the kids. But the thing I want to focus on is, do you think in looking back, Joseph regretted sharing his dreams with his brothers and his dad? And I've always thought, just kind of laughed thinking he was just an immature kid. But when you look at the big scope of this picture of Joseph's life, and this thing really did happen, that his brothers bowed before him, his father bowed before him, then you see how important it was that Joseph told his dreams to his brothers and his father before it happened. Because when it happened, they realized this has really come true. The dreams have come true. The dreams that God gave Joseph years and years ago have come true. God partnered with everything for their good. They even tried to kill Joseph because they were so jealous of him, and instead they sold him into slavery. And I think even as Joseph looked back and regretted having kind of rubbed this in his brothers' noses, that God had to show him later in life, I have partnered with everything for your good. You remember what he says to his brothers when his brothers finally bow before him? What you meant for evil, God meant for good. You know, this is such a lesson for us that there's so many things in my life I can look back and regret, that Satan holds and rubs in my nose and says, "Look what you did." And I have to look back and say, "God, you have partnered with everything, even my mistakes. You've partnered with everything for my good." What Satan intends for evil, God means for good. God bless you.